was active right before that. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the studio with a good cup of coffee for one more vocal analysis. And today we are listening to Olivia Rodrigo, Drop That. Literally the very first thing that appeared on my YouTube this morning. And I was really excited because I don't know a whole lot of Olivia Rodrigo. I have a few students that sing some of her songs. And I personally, I've sang a few times the song Driver's License. I love that song. I absolutely love that song. But I don't know a lot of her material. So I was like, okay, I'm curious about this song, but why not recording a video while I listen to it for the first time? Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Kyle. I'm a singer-songwriter and voice teacher. As a singer-songwriter, I just released my latest single. It's called Canvas of My Soul. If you are into rock, high vocals, distorted guitars, distorted vocals as well, I'm pretty sure you like the song. So click the link up here, give it a listen, and it would mean the world to me if you could give me your feedback. Literally, that's my biggest dream in my life, to have as much people as possible listen to my songs, connect with my songs, give meaning to my songs, because I think that that's the whole purpose of art. You create something, and then as soon as you present that to other people, regardless of the words that you're using, regardless of the sounds that you're using, here I'm talking about music, people will give meaning, because the way that you connect with a piece of art, that's your story. That's how your story is having a conversation with that thing, that piece. And that's exactly it. Again, that's my biggest dream, to have my songs connect with as much people as possible. And if you want to help me with that, please give it a listen and let me know your thoughts on it. That would mean literally the world to me. As a voice teacher / vocal coach, my work is focused and based on laryngeal biomechanics and physiology, basically what the muscles that we have inside our larynxes, they do in order to achieve the sounds that we have in contemporary singing. Now, before we start, if you want to check out the link in the description to have all of the info on my online course, Building Your Voice, in there we cover a range of different topics inside vocal technique. If you want to learn how to belt, we talked about that in there. If you also want to learn how to sing low notes with power, we talk about that. If you want to learn vocal distortions, we talk about that. We have a complete module on vocal distortions, how you can learn and apply them in a way that's healthy, that's safe for your voice, that will not hurt your voice. We have a vocal exercise library with exercises for you to practice each of the techniques that we cover inside the course. We have a module on ornaments such as yodels, vibratos, runs, how to practice and again apply these ornamentation techniques, all of that and much more. Again, if you want to know everything that's covered inside the program, click the link in the description and you have access to all of the info, and I hope to see you on the other side. All right, all of that said, let's listen to Olivia Rodrigo, Drop That.
I know that the bar closes at 11. I hope you never finish that beer. You know all the words to Just Like Heaven, and I know why he wrote them.
Okay. So far, we have a lot of what we call inside Vocal Anthropophysiology, which is the theoretical framework for my work as a voice teacher, a breathy voice. Basically, our vocal folds can be in active tension, the way that I'm speaking to you right now. Hey, my vocal folds are active, or in passive tension. And when they are in passive tension, we can choose to have breathiness or not. If I'm doing this, hey, we say that's passive but not breathy. If I do hey, we do have some breathiness. Now, the vocal scheme that she's using for most of this here is passive and contains breathiness. And the name that we give to this vocal scheme is, guess what? Breathy voice. Makes a lot of sense, right? So yeah, she's using the breathy voice for most of it. Let's listen to a bit of it again.
I know why he wrote them.
And I knew So yeah, breathy voice. And every now and then I also hear a bit of a creaky voice, especially when she's starting some phrases. Which is this really small vocal distortion that happens whenever we are in between active and passive, and because of that the cartilages are just in that perfect spot to be like crackling together. And it will happen, or tends to happen way more when we are singing as a, or most of the time. It tends to happen more whenever we are having the breathy voice as most of what we're doing. And for this verse here, let's say that most of what she's doing is a breathy voice. So she's singing like this. This is so close to the creaky voice that every now and then we have that. Beautiful, amazing.
Now that you're standing right here. Oh, one night I was bored in bed and stalked you on the internet.
Those transitions, because now she was singing active, and then passive again. When she's singing active,
Talk to
that's a vocal scheme that inside Vocal Anthropophysiology we call warn voice, the voice that you would use to warn someone about something. Hey! Call someone on the other side of the street. That's pretty much belting. And the name that we give to the vocal scheme itself, like functionally, it is a belting. The name that we give to the vocal scheme is warn voice. And we call it warn voice whenever we have active vocal folds above a certain pitch, and that would be the E4. Hey! Because we have some important physiological changes concerning how the muscles are adjusting the pitch, and also how much firmness, how much the muscles in the back of your larynx need to engage to be able to keep that sound happening. So we have important physiological changes happening there. That means that above the E4, those changes happen, and we call that a warn voice. If she were to sing lower than that with active vocal folds, that would be another scheme. So and then the breathy again. So warn, breathy. And those transitions are just so beautiful. Like, she could belt that high note as well. Yeah, I think it was around the C, right? She could belt that note, and I even believe that she will later in the song, but she chose not to. She chose to make a soft sound there. She chose to have that transition happening. It shows a lot of vulnerability whenever you're listening to that. And that's the main thing about vocal technique. We want to convey emotion. We want to be expressive with our voices. And the way that we do that is using different sounds. We want to express emotion not only with the words that we are singing, but especially with the sounds that we are singing those words with. And she's doing a fantastic job here.
feminine intuition, 'cause I always had a vision of it standing like this, all pressed up in the bathroom like you, looking like an angel on the walls of Versailles, the most alive I've ever been. But kiss me and I might drop dead. And I feel like I might throw up. Left hook, right punch to the gut. You're just a pretty boy. I'm paranoid. I made you up.
Lots of breathy voices.
Yeah, I'd love it if you walked
And
me.
again, creakies.
If you promise we can go real slow, 'cause I got chewing gum and a bunch of stuff I'd like to know. Like, have you ever been to Japan or taken that Eurostar to France? I've been dropping hints all night that I'd love it if you held my hand. Goddamn. And then maybe we could make out. Close off and fall to the ground. Let's go steady, let's go out and tell the whole damn world how one night I was born in bed and stalked you on the internet. It's feminine intuition, 'cause I always had a vision of it standing like this, all pressed up in
I have the impression that there are lots of backing vocals there, but I have the impression that some of these high notes, if not all, whenever she does this part,
this, all pressed up.
are passive. Hear the way that I'm doing? It's a Gregorian voice. The Gregorian voice is a vocal scheme in which the vocal folds are passive, but we have some projection. We are sending the voice forward by increasing the air pressure that we are sending. So the muscles are relaxed, the muscles inside the larynx are relaxed, but you are sending more air. And that's the reason why the sound gets a bit firmer, especially if compared to the breathy voice. So I have the impression that these high notes are happening with the Gregorian voice. Of course, she could and she can do that. That's possible, like totally possible. Do that with the Warner voice. Loud! It would be loud! It would sound a bit stronger than doing it with the Gregorian voice. And it might be the case. Again, I'm not entirely sure because I'm listening several backing vocals there, and sometimes it gets trickier to find the lead vocal in the middle. And one tip for whenever you are not sure if a singer is singing with active vocal folds or passive vocal folds, pay attention to the transitions. Pay attention to especially yodels. Whenever they are, for instance, if you are starting a phrase stronger and you have that I will sing, that small break right to start, chances are the body of the phrase is active because that yodel there shows that something passive was done before. I will say. But then the opposite is also true. If you have some sighs at the end, I will say, that's also a sign that it was active before. So if you have these signs, these yodels happening here and there, these transitions, then that's a sign that it was active. Pay attention to that. Like that. So if we have that transition there, that means that it was active before. So it was active right before that. Some ad-libs there in the background, and that's definitely passive, a Gregorian voice. That was definitely active. Yeah, I'm hearing this D sharp. But at the same time, I feel that it is higher than the D sharp. I'm hearing this melody. But when I play with her, I feel that this D sharp is a bit flat. But it's not the E either. It might be the case that it wasn't standard tuning that they were using. It was a tuning that was just slightly sharp. It might be the case, or it might be just my equipment here getting crazy. I hope that's not the case. But yeah, it feels just a little bit sharper than D sharp. Yeah, but that was actually active. Beautiful. Really beautiful video as well. Lots of choreographies. Alright guys, so that's our analysis for Drop That by Olivia Rodrigo. Let me know what you think of the song, what you think of her performance, and of course what you think of my analysis here. If you want to become my singing student, make sure to click the link in the description to check out all of the info on my online singing program, Building Your Voice. In there we cover a range of different vocal techniques. We talk about how to belt, how to sing low notes with power, how to use passive vocal schemes to be really expressive with your voice by using soft sounds. We have a complete module, on vocal distortions, how to practice and apply them in a way that's healthy, that's safe for your voice. We have a vocal exercise library with exercise for you to practice each of the techniques, all of that and much more. Again, that's inside my singing program, Building Your Voice. Click the link below to have access to all of the info, and I hope to see you on the other side. If you are curious about my own singing, sometimes you'll be listening to vocal coaches and then you wonder, okay, but how does this person sound when they sing for real? Then click the link up here, the card up here, to be redirected to a playlist with my original music. It would mean the world to me if you could listen to my music and send me your feedback. I'm on all major streaming services, so if you just type my name there, the link is also here down below. Please help me connect to as much people as possible through my music. Alright guys, so that's all for today. You enjoy your day, you enjoy your coffee, and remember, if your concepts cannot be seen here in the real world, then they must change and not the world. See you in the next one.